Okay, we are talking about the Group A in the Y at Home Anywhere workout. We're going to go over the 3 exercises, give you some other examples if you can't do some of them, and so you'll be ready to go. So the first exercise of Group A is a goblet squat or a squat. Okay, so basic movement for a squat is, the best way I could describe it is just getting up and out of a chair. That's it. If you could get up and out of a chair without using your hands to push yourself up, then you could do a squat. And it's as simple as that. So the first thing I want you to think about when you're doing a squat is, turn this to the side so you can really see what I'm talking about. The first motion of a squat is not moving down, it's actually pushing your hips back, okay? And so if you want to, what I always say, stay nice and tall, okay? You stay tall, push your hips back, and come down and back up, okay? I like to put my arms in front, kind of counterbalances a little bit, makes me feel a little better. And the other thing, if you look, my heels, I want your heels on the ground the whole time, okay? If your heels start to come up, try to go down as far as you can until your heels, and then stop right before your heels come up off the ground, all right? So just with body weight, you could have your hands here, you're coming down and back up. Staying nice and tall, my back's not slouched, all right? So that's it, very simple. Chest out, sticking your hips back, okay? Nice and tall, there's your squat. If you want to add a little weight, I happen to have a kettlebell. You could grab anything that has a little bit of weight in your house, and you're just gonna, same thing, you're gonna hold it in a goblet position, which means that holding it almost right at your chest, underneath your chin here, okay? Again, staying nice and tall, coming down, and back up. Make sure you finish tall, come down controlled, come up with a purpose, okay? Come all the way up to the top, finish strong, all right? You can hold the weight if you want for that, or if you have nothing and you don't feel comfortable, or you're kind of you're not really sure, use a chair, okay? This one's a little low, but you could probably have a higher one. You're just gonna stand next to the chair, come down, touch it, come back up. Down, touch it, come back up. Okay, number 1, goblet squat. Number 2 is the push-up, right? So again, push-up is one like the ultimate body weight exercise. I love, when I'm doing push-ups, I don't want to have my hands out wide and my elbows out wide. Puts a lot of stress on your shoulders. I want you to think about having your elbows almost like grazing the sides of your ribs here, your rib cage. So elbows in, stay nice and tall, okay? So you're gonna nice and tall, legs straight, coming down to the ground and back up, okay? Down and back up. If you need to use your knee off your knees, you can, okay? You come down, same thing, back up. I'm not a huge fan of using your knees. You can do an incline push-up. Again, this is a little short, but you could use something a little taller, gets a little easier, but use an incline push-up, still staying in that same position, nice and tall, come down and back up. All right, so, and then from there, there's different variations of push-ups if you want to make it harder, but just a real basic push-up. And then the last one, or the third one's ankle grabs. So you're gonna lay on your back, okay, nice and straight, hands at your chest, you're gonna come up, grab your ankles, sit nice and tall, come back down, back up, back down, back up. All right, if you can't sit all the way up, just do a modified version. So you're gonna take your shoulders up off the ground and you're gonna squeeze, grab your ankles, come back down, grab and down. Okay, so there's your ankle grab. And last is a jumping jack, okay? Jumping jack's really basic, old school exercise, but gonna get your heart rate up a little bit. I have a low ceiling here, so I can't raise my hands real up high. If you can, preferably you want to raise them all the way up. If you can't, you could have them do just a little bit over your head. The key is just stay nice and tall. You're gonna come back down, hands slap your sides, okay? Come down with a purpose, and that's it.